The second National Entrepreneurship Conclave 23 held on the 15th of April at Delhi was organized by Asian Society for Entrepreneurship Education and in its Leadership Academy. Experts like Shilpi Singh and Dr. Avashik could launch their new book as a glimpse of their joint excellence during Conclave. Dr. H.K. Middle and well-known Entrent mentor and technocrat and Professor Jauhar could launch this book during opening session. Experts from Trichy and Hyderabad, Ahmedabad and Pune could share their insights and experience on related issues in addition to leaders from several national and state-level bodies in different domains like agriculture and other subsector. They were also encouraged for presentation before the large gathering. Prog ended by integrating several concerns for developing and redesigning entrepreneurship in changing economy and new ecosystem.
So, thank you once again, Dr. Mittal. Now we have Professor R.N.T. Jawahar.
Say no. You can have no excuses because 6 months before the timeline, you are always free. So I committed that, and he always ensured every 2 months there will be some mail, some message saying, reminding me that there is a conference, don't go.
Providing seed money, whether it is providing infrastructure, facilities. So it is caught on. One thing which we entrepreneurship development professionals can very well celebrate is that this is what has happened today. Now it's our responsibility how do we take it forward. Well, that was the IT part of it. Let me also now talk about how the biotech industry emerged. Today, we call India the vaccine capital of the world. Today, we are known as the vaccine capital of the world. We are supplier to close to 70% of the world's vaccine.
I wrote this book because I think everyone has an own opinion, and I wanted to share mine with the world. Basically, this textbook explores role of branding from a corporate and customer perspective and highlight the implications for employability and future career options also. And last,
a student. The real task is to generate the curiosity and to create a lot of queries into the minds of the students. If a student leaves our classroom session with a lot of questions in the mind, I'm sure we are successful because we have ignited that sense of creating something new amongst the students. That's really very important. I'm very sure with the deliberations of Professor Jauhar and Dr. Mittal, a lot of questions have been there in the minds, and in the coming sessions, 3 panels, those questions will be answered with the help of the deliberations. It is such a great honor to be associated with this conference, which is being led by Dr. Nagendra Singh ji, and what a great platform to promote the entrepreneurial spirit in our country, which is taking it forward with their dedicated and very, very honest and humble initiatives. We can see the honesty, the genuinity in the efforts when we really had a heart-to-heart talk with Dr. Nagendra. So I must extend the first thanks to Dr. Nagendra for creating this platform and of course giving the opportunity to hundreds of entrepreneurs in this whole journey. I would name it as a part of the mass movement.
In a concise and summarized fashion, I'm finding it difficult. But then, little bit, which appears in my mind, that I feel, immediately all of us can relate to. Let me little bit talk about it, and I would like to pick up something which I have gone through the text of Dr. Akari, who talks about the concept of entrepreneurship. So there has been a shift in the concept as such. The concept of entrepreneurship at one particular point of time, we used to say that anybody and everybody who is involved in any kind of economic activity becomes an entrepreneur. So that used to be a yardstick that I and you, anyone undertaking any kind of economic activity is an entrepreneur. From there, we have shifted to another platform where Dr. Okori said that entrepreneurship is the pursuit of excellence. If there is no excellence, there is no entrepreneurship. And in order to talk about the pursuit of excellence, he involves two things together. One is the innovation, another is the nature. So he incorporates, by, making the concept. So the concept at one particular point of time and the concept today, it has undergone sea change. Manasthiti badle to paristhiti badlegi. Meaning thereby, a mental set. यदि हमारा mental set ठीक है, हमारी मनस्थिति है, तो कोई भी परिस्थिति को हम बदल सकते हैं. Earlier people were believing परिस्थिति बदलेगी तो मनस्थिति बदलेगी.
क्योंकि my most favorite teachers or mentors, Dr. Gauri Saab, Dr. LP Singh ji, Dr. VK Singh ji, and Dr. SP Misra sir, they are all from IRI Division of Agriculture Extension. They were talking about how the entrepreneurship movement has started in agriculture. They are the torch bearers, and we have learned a lot from them. We are treading on the path and life created by them. So my respect to all you, sir, for giving me the opportunity to be here. Dr. Dinesh ji, engaged in entrepreneurship education as well as practice. So as a researcher, as a social science researcher, I will like to share some of my thoughts. What is actually happening when we continue with the research in entrepreneurship? As a practitioner, as a movement, we are creating to bring more of the entrepreneurship, and the data shared by Dr. Dinesh ji is enormous. So much of unicorns are coming up. But at the same time, he also referred that 0.6% of the job loss will be in agriculture because of technology. So the technology, job, and the farmers' welfare, all three forms an important triangle. And that triangle we have to understand that always technology may not be creating any kind of the burden for the job loss, but new forms of jobs may be also created.
Now, the movement is started, and I am very happy today to see that movement really acted and appeared like a movement, actualized, and today we are finding, today I am so happy to listen and read the news that India is facing the entrepreneur explosive growth of entrepreneurs.
गिरा नहीं और मैं कुछ एक प्राइवेट में जनरेट कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन सर सेकेंड जनरेशन उसको एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए तैयार नहीं आज के दिन. रॉबर्ट कॉक इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट शुगर किंग ऑफ एशिया. आई हैड पर्सनल इंटरेक्शन विद हिम. जितना शांग्रीला ग्रुप ऑफ होटल्स आर ओन्ड बाय हिम. यू नो व्हाट हिज सन डज? इज अ म्यूजिशियन. He said, "Help with your wealth. आप जाइए, हमको नहीं चाहिए." So they have a problem of different kind. So they created an empire.
The way the businesses are done in these two. In fact, in the booklet there is a paper also I have written. So that shows how entrepreneurs are different in these two landscapes or two ecosystems. And therefore, the entire strategy and the learning of entrepreneurship, teaching, learning has to be different. Now, to give a simple example, when we used to do entrepreneurship development programs, 6 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever is the duration, one of the things, the content was project report.
Present here on the very eve of this national conclave, my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Professor Nagendra Singh for having given me this opportunity to present my research work for all of you on this platform. I am Dr. Tina Bhatia, and I take immense pride to share that this research is one of its first kind in its Indian domain and has opened pathways for many future researchers in future area. The study pertains to exploring the dimensions of the well-being of the wives of the Indian Armed Forces personnel in relation to the skill development program of the Government of India.
This is agriculture supply chain ecosystem in the country. There are farmers, we need to provide them different resources, and we have to provide establish evidences so that their quality of the produce should be high. So the supply chain has many different problems at each stage. Even at the producer level also there are some problems, even in the marketing level also there are some problems, even at the customer level also. So to deal with the different problems, there is a need of technology to be used. We all know that there are a lot of technologies. Today data has become so much available that on the big data analytics, on artificial intelligence, on
you have a strong. So somewhere Dr. Akhori, our chairperson of the session, was saying that entrepreneur word, in a way I understood it, it's entrepreneurial attributes, entrepreneurial gene, entrepreneurial DNA. So the person has that entrepreneurial attributes, necessarily doesn't own a business. Necessarily he is not running the rest of the world. David Mackland history. I don't want to know. So to me, if a child born and shows, that's what I now come to believe, a child born in the family, जिसे कहते हैं ना पूत के आपने पैर देखा, the moment you see the child a spark and you say, this is the child going to be different. So the spark of leadership in the family, in the sibling, he or she is going to be somebody who will make a difference. Now, who makes a difference as a businessman, makes a difference as a great innovator, makes a difference as a great achiever, makes a difference in his career or in music or whatever it is. So, leadership becomes the biggest DNA that you have to dress. So, in the spark of 30 students in the classroom of MBA, if you find a spark of 3 people and they get into self-employed, get into entrepreneurship, becomes risk taker, moderate, not moderate risk taker, but a risk taker which from the normal standard is, my God.
From Aatm for this particular idea and the compliances involved and everything. This spark started into like how the procedures work, the paperwork and everything comes into the picture. Because I was a college student, I have to look for one side at the college part and the commercializing of this thing as well. So recently in this journey of evolving the idea of making the drone sustain in a confined space, we realized that it is not directly possible to extinguish the fire with that, but we can do the industrial application like high power transmission line inspection or power generation inspection or infrastructure inspection. These applications can be executed and it is being executed, but there are certain limitations which can be solved using the technology. So right now I conclude to a very simple where we are right now in terms of the technology or the enterprise. We have named a company Inord, which is opposite of drone. We have
Now there's one basic hypothesis behind all these webinars, which is that there is enterprising spark in each student or youth as a part of his natural capability. This is just the philosophy which I am putting forward, because this philosophy might help you to understand enterprise education later. So here it is shown here on the x-axis is your progress in life, and the y-axis is human development, shown by a bar chart. The first bar chart, as you can see over here, with this red I've shown now, is infants. They have to grow up with a good value system. So when I say good ethics, it comes in the corporate philosophies. It comes from the top. What exactly are the ethics you will follow? And whatever is the ethics you will set up as an entrepreneur, that is what is the ethics your employees will follow. So
I would like to congratulate the organizers for this conclave on journey of entrepreneurs of India. It's so timely. It's really time to review the journey of entrepreneurs, because India had all along been an entrepreneurial country. It's not today. When I think of historical part of it, my thoughts go behind 2000 years. When I have seen that, when I have heard that the country was known as Sonekicheria, because that was one of the biggest trading center in the world. The world was looking at us with a lot of curiosity.
कर सकता है तो मैं क्यों नहीं, क्या है उनमें ऐसा जो मुझ में नहीं। अगर कोई कर सकता है तो मैं क्यों नहीं, क्या है उनमें ऐसा जो मुझ में नहीं। झांक ले अपने भीतर खुद से आ पूछ ले, कैसी चाहे जिंदगी खुली आंखों से देख ले। मुट्ठियों को भींच गए